Have you ever seen these bright green dumplings? It all starts by heading out into the fields to forage for fresh spring mugwort and wild onions. After a quick wash in the mountain stream, we drop the greens into boiling water. A little pinch of baking soda is the secret to locking in that intense emerald color. While that cools, it is time to build out our savory filling. We fry up some diced pork until it is perfectly crisp, then toss in our chopped wild onions, chilies, and pickled greens. The sizzle and smell right now are unbelievable. Next, we squeeze the water from our boiled mugwort and blend it into a thick puree. We need that vibrant paste directly into glutinous rice flour until we get a perfectly smooth, sticky dough. Now we shape them. We hollow out the green dough and pack it to the brim with our spicy pork filling. And for a sweeter treat, we stuff another batch with smooth, rich red bean paste. We place them onto natural leaves and let them steam in traditional bamboo baskets. When that lid comes off, the color is even more stunning. Pulling it apart reveals a perfectly chewy wrapper loaded with rich flavor. The ultimate taste of spring right in the palm of your hand. Ever wondered how to turn these humble mountain yams into a dessert that's basically a work of art? Let's dive in. First, we're peeling these beauties down to their snowy white core. Slice them up into even chunks. It's all about that perfect steam. Into the bamboo steamer they go, right alongside some plump, dried red dates. We're letting the fire do the heavy lifting here. Check that out, soft enough to mash into a cloud. Now, we're folding in a touch of sugar and a drizzle of oil to get that smooth, doughy consistency. Now for the secret weapon, the red date paste. We're pitting them, mashing them, and straining until it's silkier than velvet. A quick toss in the pan to thicken it up, and you've got the ultimate filling. Watch the magic happen. A little yam dough, a dollop of date paste, and a firm press into these intricate molds. Look at that detail. 15 minutes of steam later, and they are perfectly set. Light, fluffy, and just the right amount of sweet. The perfect pairing for a quiet afternoon tea. You've got to try this. Stop buying potato chips from the store. First, grab a basket of fresh sweet potatoes. Give them a really good wash, peel them clean, and toss them into a steamer until they are incredibly soft and tender. Once they're steamed perfectly, drop them into a large bowl and mash them all up. Just look at that gorgeous golden color. And mix in a generous amount of sweet potato flour. Get your hands right in there and knead the mixture until it forms a perfectly smooth dough, even logs. Then place them right back into the steamer to cook. Once they are fully cooked through, you need to let them cool. Grab a sharp knife and slice them up as thin as you possibly can. Carefully lay every single slice out flat on a woven bamboo tray. Now, let nature do its work. Leave them in the sun to dry until they become completely hard. Finally, the absolute best part. Drop those dried slices directly into bubbling hot oil. Watch them instantly expand, puffing up into the most perfect golden, airy chips. Today on Wild Roots, striking them to release a shower of perfect crimson drops. They need a thorough wash to remove the mountain dust. We add a sprinkle of coarse salt and let them soak alongside fresh green beans and pure, snowy, glutinous rice. Once everything is prepped, the real craftsmanship begins. We mix the bright berries with the beans, feeding them gently into the heavy, ancient stone mill. With each rhythmic turn, it crushes them down into a thick, deeply textured, earthy paste. Now, we pour this rich paste entirely over our soaked rice. But it needs that essential sweetness to balance the tartness. In goes a massive, generous mountain of dark brown sugar, followed by a thick blanket of pure white sugar. We work it in deep by hand, making sure every single grain of rice is perfectly coated in that sweet, fruity essence. Next, we take naturally dried and rehydrated corn husk, carefully folding and tucking this beautiful mixture into tight, perfect little pockets, sitting high over a roaring wood fire. In the barrel for 2 whole days and 1 night. This lets the flavors completely fuse, mature, and deepen. When they finally emerge from the wood, they are laid out to cure and dry under the open blue sky. The visual transformation is absolutely amazing. What started as bright red and white is now a dark, dense, hardened, aromatic cake. Ever wondered how a simple root becomes a fabric worth its weight in gold? It starts with the wild yam. We crush it, pound it, and extract its lifeblood, a deep, rust-red juice that will soon transform this pure white silk into something extraordinary. It's a dance of repetition: soak, wring, dry, repeat. This isn't a quick process. The silk must drink in the color dozens of times until the fibers are completely saturated with nature's pigment. The fields become a sea of crimson as we lay the silk to rest on the grass. Here, under the open sky, it breathes in the sunlight and the morning dew, curing the color deep into the heart of the thread. But the true magic happens with a secret ingredient from the earth. We apply iron-rich river mud to the surface, sparking a natural chemical reaction that turns one side jet black while keeping the other a fiery mahogany. This isn't just fabric, it's a living thing. It's antibacterial, skin-friendly, and famously known as soft gold because of the immense labor and ancient wisdom behind every single yard. It takes months of sun, soil, and sweat to reach this moment. From the mud of the riverbanks to the elegance of the mountainside, the transformation is complete. This is the soul of ancient craftsmanship, breathable, beautiful, and simply timeless. It all starts with breaking down these vibrant red roots. Next up, purple cabbage gets smashed and tossed right into a boiling wok. But she isn't making a stew. She's extracting the hidden colors of nature. Throw in some fruit peels and red onions, and suddenly she has a whole rainbow of boiling natural dyes. Look at those rich, vibrant tones pouring out. This is pure, earth-made liquid gold. Now, the real transformation begins. Pure white fabric goes into the vats and comes out completely infused with the most stunning natural hues you have ever seen. Yellows, blues, purples, and earthy oranges all hanging to dry perfectly in the mountain breeze. But the true magic is just getting started. What is she preparing to make? She takes a simple piece of chalk and carefully sketches the elegant outline of a galloping horse directly onto the dyed canvas. Then she gently selects fresh leaves, placing them one by one to fill in the design. She covers the design, rolls the canvas up incredibly tight. Into the steamer it goes. The intense heat is going to lock nature's ink permanently into the fabric. Are you ready for the final reveal? Just look at that. The leaves have transferred their natural pigments, leaving a flawless, stunning print of the horse behind. No artificial chemicals, no modern machines, just pure traditional craftsmanship and the brilliant colors of the wild roots.